All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now Love. And his throw here's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, back up.
A shotgun snap for Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 44, Haskins.
Yo, what's the fuck, bro?
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on.
What is that dude even doing?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Here's the party now. 36 to Mike. All day. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. 3 bucks.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
36 to Mike. Check right.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
Great.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check tight. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Zoom. Let's go. Go. 36 to Mike.
Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. And big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Great
Give
defense.
them 11 yards that time
Suck it
on
up,
the
guys.
return.
Let's
And
go.
the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
11 lead. 55. Right there. 55. Run right. Check 3. Check 3. Go ahead. Bang, bang, bang.
From the gun, here's Love. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're over 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis.
That bullshit, bro.
Brought down at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins, he gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now it's Haskins, buying time to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long. It's Love. And he's heading for Diggs. That one goes for 24 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
Yeah, Luck. Andrew fucking Luck is running him down, bro. Madden shit.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with his own schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh my God, bro. What else can I do in
this
this game?
Defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm go.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins sliding out of the... And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. From 4 yards out, the Redskins have taken the lead.
Oh my God, what the fuck's going on? I don't know what the fuck that was.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike, go. 40. I'm coming for you.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck drops it off for Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
From the gun on third down, Luck being chased out left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb.
Bro, what the fuck is going on? Why
Here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, Luck. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Exit.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gilbert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
It's just me and you. Out, 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 out.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gilbert. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Line 36. Line 36. 81. Watch safety creep. Watch it. Go. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 24. Look small.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. That's it. You don't want to see me. You don't want it. Line 36. Line 36. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. That's it. I'm playing the wrong football.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
What a fucking idiot.
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like
What
it.
a
Okay, the only reason I say
idiot.
that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What a fucking
Tough first
idiot.
half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's not going to get me.
They run it again with Chubb. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Check out. 140. 12.
Now it's Love. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Oh my goodness, Madden. Oh my goodness, Madden. Can't catch a break today.
And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Gave the game away.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Haskins will throw. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point.
It's the game away.
Extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's a long long ways
One
into
time I
Washington
didn't fucking
territory
control.
before hitting the turf. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 77 yards. They come out here in the eye. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7th. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's Haskins to throw. Escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Haskins to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember Coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
It was a good run while we had it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run. Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Hey, Delta.
Now it's locked. Oh,
incomplete.
Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
36.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gilbert. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch 36 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Throwing now is Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gilbert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down.
Hey, 36. Come on.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 31, check 31. It's free. Sponge. No. Shift.
They'll run with Geis. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. First throw of overtime for Haskins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Geis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Here we go. All day, dog. That's it. Line 36. I got it. Check, Bama. 22. Check, Bama. Check. Undercrush.
On first down, this is Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Jim. Tighten up. Banjo.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Line 36. They can't hang with us.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A 30-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Mike 5-5.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Locke. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off at the 48. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it?